All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and where you're watching me from. I hope you guys are all doing good. Welcome back to my channel this morning. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and where you're watching me from. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing all right. Welcome back this morning. Happy to see you guys again. Happy to see you guys again here this morning. I hope you guys are doing right. If you're joining me for the first time here, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, put on your notification bell, and comment where you're watching me from, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining here. Thank you. Please share the live stream so we can get a wider audience, please. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Keep coming, guys. Keep coming. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome to my live stream. Please, guys, share the live stream so we can get a wider audience. Please, we have very important discussion this morning. Very, very, very important discussion. Please share the live stream so we can get a wider audience, please. Welcome, 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 welcome. Comment where you're watching from, please. Comment where you're watching from. Mama T, Mama T, Mama T, Mama T. Good morning, Mama T. Welcome, 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 welcome. God bless you for joining. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very, very much. Please, guys, share the live stream so we can get a wider audience. Share, 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 share. Share so we can get a wider audience, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, we have less than 10 minutes to start the live stream, so we use these 10 minutes to give shout out to people that are here. Please, if you're joining me for the first time, subscribe to the channel, comment where you're watching from, and give me a thumbs up, please. Thank you, Mama T. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. I see you, Igor Le Shaman. Thank you very much. Shadow Hunters, thank you very much for joining us here. Who else is there? Please comment where you're watching from, please. Comment, comment, comment. People are coming already. Please comment where you're watching from. Comment, comment, comment. Ooh. All right. First of all, today, this morning, we're going to be centering on African state of politics. That is the topic for today, African state of politics. But first of all, for those of you that are joining me for the first time here, you might be asking what the channel is all about. The channel is all about justice, fairness, and the equity. Using my channel to lend my voice and as well sensitizing my people about the importance of holding leaders accountable in Africa, and as well, waking our people up, letting them know that we have every single thing that we need to build Africa and to restore the glory of Africa. That is the main, the main aim of this channel. For you, those of you that are asking what the channel is all about, okay, this is not channel for entertainment. We are not here for entertainment. We're not here for comedy show. We are not here for I don't know what to call it, but we're here for very serious business. Sorry, 1 minute. Internet is far away from here. All right. Oof. Igole Shaman, please, where are you watching from? I don't know what that flag is. I don't know which country that flag is. Shadow Hunters, please. You're coming from. You're watching from Maka. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome anyway. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me here. I've explained to you guys what the channel is all about. First of all, the channel is all about politics in Africa and as well sensitizing our people about the importance of holding leaders accountable and lending my voice when it is needed. And as well, not just only that, it is standing for justice, fairness, and the equity. I've told you guys time without number, and I do not know what is tribe, I don't know what is color, I don't know what is race, I don't know what is religion. All I know is humanity. That is the language that I understand. So if you are here in the name of tribalism or whatsoever, that is not, this channel is not for you. You have to look for the next channel, close to you. Okay, so that is why we're here. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me here, and I'm very, very excited and happy that we are here back again this morning. Please, all you can do for me is to share the live stream. Oh my goodness, light is gone. Work. This is what we face here most of the time, like electricity problem. Okay, I'm using my UPS. All right. Anthony Ogedebe. Antonio Ogedebe. William Warachi. Please comment where you're watching from, please. Where are you watching from? Antonio Ogedebe, where are you watching from? William Warachi, where are you watching from? God bless you for joining us here. God bless you. God bless you. I'm not going to be wasting much time here anyway. So I'm just going to be making it real quick and then go do my business. First of all, this morning I want us to be talking about politics, the state of politics in Africa. Yesterday we discussed about a total different thing yesterday, but today I found the need for us to discuss about the state of politics in Africa. Sophia Golden, God bless you for joining us here. Anthony Ogedebe, UK, thank you very much for joining us here. Thank you very much. Samuel Prosper, Freedom, thank you very much, brother. Um, C&S Adventure from Kenya. Thank you so much for joining us here. Please do me that favor by subscribing to the channel, put on your notification bell, and as well share the live stream so we can get a wider audience. And do me a favor by commenting where you're watching me from. Thank you so much. First of all, give me a thumbs up so we can start right now. Give me a thumbs up, please. Well, I've told you guys time with that number. I've asked so many questions anyway. I've asked so many questions and I keep trying to figure out and fathom out what is African Union keep discussing in the upper chamber, I mean in the African Union in a conference. What do they still discuss up till now for how many decades? What are they discussing that we Africans will keep fighting ourselves, we keep killing ourselves, we keep discriminating ourselves, we keep hating ourselves? What are they discussing in African Union conference? It's a very important question to ask, and I need an answer. I'm very curious about that because I don't understand why we have African Union. There's European Union, and European Union that you can never hear any day that France is fighting Spain or Spain is fighting Netherlands or Netherlands is fighting Germany or Germany is fighting Sweden or Sweden is fighting Denmark. You can't hear it. But in Africa, you will always hear that Congo is fighting Rwanda. Rwanda is fighting Congo. Uganda is fighting Cameroon. Cameroon is fighting Nigeria. Nigeria is fighting Niger. You will only hear it in Africa, but you can never hear it in Europe or in Asia. I mean, I keep asking, what have they been discussing in African Union conference? What have these guys been discussing for over 100 years now that we are not seeing any results, we're not seeing any positive effect, or we're not seeing any positive change in Africa generally? Africans, as an African, I will have to need visa. I've said it time without number on my live stream here. I've said it time without number on the long form videos, but I have the need to keep repeating it. Africans will never travel to another African country freely as an African. Why are we still hating ourselves? What have they been discussing in African Union for a long time that we cannot have peace in Africa, that we cannot embrace ourselves, that we cannot cherish ourselves, that we cannot love ourselves, that we cannot live in unity? What have they been discussing? We keep fighting boundary. We keep destroying our people, killing ourselves in the name of fighting boundaries. What have they been discussing, for crying out loud? And it seems like it's funny, but to me, it's not funny. What we are going through in Africa is something that you can never find any region in the whole continent, in the whole world. You can never find any country fighting. If you go to Asia, you can never find any country in Asia fighting another country in Asia. If you go to Europe, you can never see another country in Europe fighting another country in Europe. If you go to America, you can never see another country in America fighting another country in America. But it's happening in Africa. What is the cause of these things? Because why? The white men came to Africa, divide us, put artificial boundaries and borders in our countries between us. I mean, you can imagine from Nigeria to Cotonou, Benin Republic, you will have to go through checking points. Like, you will have to go through too many protocols before you can cross from Nigeria to Benin Republic. The same thing applicable to from Benin Republic to Burkina Faso. You will have to go through different protocols before you can be able to travel from Benin Republic to Burkina Faso. It is not supposed to be like that. If you've been to Europe, you get to understand that once you are in Schengen, once you are in that Schengen state, from Netherlands, you can easily drive from Netherlands comfortably from Netherlands to France. There will be no checking point. Nobody will disturb you or ask you about anything or ask you to bring out something or check your documents or check your card, this and that. Nobody does that. From Netherlands, from Spain, from France down to Spain, down to Portugal, from Portugal down to Sweden, from Sweden to Netherlands, to Norway, from Norway to Germany, from Germany to Switzerland, from to Luxembourg, from Luxembourg to Slovenia, Slovakia, Netherlands. You can travel freely without any interruption. Oh, Mama T, thank you so much, Mama T. God bless you. God bless you. You can never find any interruption on the way. But in Africa, we find it so difficult we find it so difficult to travel all the way from Nigeria. I mean, in West Africa, we find it so difficult to travel from Nigeria to Niger Republic. We find it so difficult to travel from Nigeria to Senegal. Why is it like that? That we keep discriminating ourselves, we keep hating on ourselves, we keep being in disunity, we keep fighting ourselves for no just cause, for no just reason. These are the things they want to see us keep doing to ourselves. These are the things they orchestrated to destabilize Africa. These are the things the colonial masters orchestrated to make us not to be in unity. And this has been the thing that Gaddafi has been fighting for before he was eliminated. Gaddafi fought for this. Gaddafi fought for one African continent, one African borderless Africa. Gaddafi fought for one African currency. Gaddafi fought for one African military capacity. This is one of the reasons why Gaddafi was labeled a dictator and a tyrant. Because why? He was standing in the gap to make Africa the great country and the great continent that would supersede every other continent on earth. I've said it time without number. Africa is one of the richest continents on earth. Nobody can doubt that fact. So why are we still hating on ourselves? Why are we still discriminating ourselves? Why is it that we cannot just love ourselves in this small continent that God gave us everything? There is no continent on this earth that has what Africans have. We have every mineral resources that you can think of. Africa is the largest oil producing continent on earth. Africa. Why is it that we cannot utilize the resources that we have, love ourselves, cherish ourselves, build Africa, build a conducive environment for African youth, so that we will stop scattering everywhere in the world? And you know very well that you are not welcome anywhere. We have been hated for no reason. We have been discriminated for no reason. Donald Trump today is fighting migrants. He's not just fighting migrants direct. He just dislike Africans. You can imagine Donald Trump, came out, openly and disrespect South African president. That shows you that our sovereignty is at stake. There's no respect for Africans. He's not just fighting fighting immigration law or immigration whatsoever. He's fighting, making sure that he reminds Africans where we are coming from. Why is it that we cannot embrace ourselves since we have been hated outside Africa? Why not that we come together, love ourselves, cherish ourselves, and make sure that we live in unity? It's as simple as ABCD. We can't continue like this. I've said it time without number. There's no continent that will succeed or survive with unity. If we are expecting for Africa to succeed without us being in unity, is waste of time. It's absolutely waste of time. We have everything. I mean, look at a country like Nigeria. It's my country. I'm a Nigerian. Look at a country like Nigeria. Nigeria, I've said it time without number. There shouldn't be any reason why a Nigerian child should go to bed with empty stomach. There shouldn't be any reason for that. There shouldn't be any reason why a Nigerian child should be out of school because of school fees. There's no reason for that. I'm not talking about other countries, but I'm talking about my own country, Nigeria. There shouldn't be any reason why a Nigerian child should be out of school because of school fees. There shouldn't be any reason why a Nigerian youth will be jumping Mediterranean Sea, crossing Sahara Desert to cross to Europe for greener pasture. Why? Because we have the resources that will create job opportunities for the youth. Not just only creating job opportunity, create good security that will protect the life and properties of the citizens. Not just only that, we have the resources that will create an enabling environment, conducive environment for every African, for every Nigerian. I mean, Nigeria is a country whereby, I've said it time without number, you can imagine one state in Nigeria, a state in Nigeria is richer than a country in West, in Europe. A state in Nigeria. Look at, I don't know how many of you have been to Spain. If you go to Spain, you will see how beautiful Spain is. You will see that Spain is that country that is organized. The system works. Everything is being put in place. There is proper medical facilities. There's good quality education for the people, for the children. There is tight security, like to protect lives and properties. But will you agree with me that Lagos State as a state in Nigeria generates revenue more than spend do in a year? Somebody might doubt me here, and I have a proof. Lagos State as a state in Nigeria, just one state in Nigeria, generates revenue more than spend do. Spend as a country in Europe, Lagos State as a state generates revenue more than spend in a year. But why is it that in Lagos State you can hardly find a very good access road? Okay, there is access road in where rich people are living, but places like Ajangbadi, Okoko, Festac, not all Festac anyway, some part of Festac, some part of what's it called, Ajegunle, all these areas. Why is it that there's no good access road in those places? Why is it that in Lekki today, when rain drops on the ground today, you will see that there will be no road anywhere in Lekki. Everywhere will be flooded up. Meanwhile, there should be proper drainage system. Sincerely speaking, I don't know where we are going from here, because sometimes I get confused and I keep saying, is that how we're going to live for the rest of our lives? For the rest of Africa, in the existence of Africa, is that how we're going to live? Because at a point, we keep expecting things to change, but it seems like nothing is changing. It's just, if you're talking, it seems like you're just wasting your time. They will only come for you if you are speaking up for the betterment of Africa. They will come for you and label you, a dictator or a tyrant or whatsoever. This is becoming too much, because I'm so concerned because of our children, our unborn children. They will come up. Are they still going to inherit the miserable society that we are living in? Is our children still going to inherit such society whereby you go to bed, your waking up is not promised? Fulani herdsmen can easily invade your community and eliminate you, and nothing will happen. Is that the kind of society our children is going to inherit? I keep asking questions. I'm trying to fathom out where are we heading to, because I'm not seeing any positive change. When Tinubu was coming, Tinubu promised heaven and earth, and we are not seeing anything. It seems like things are getting worse. And APC supporters are coming out to tell us that Tinubu is doing well. And I keep asking them, in what aspect? Because last time I checked, subsidy was removed and fuel price skyrocketed, and the essential commodities become so expensive. And the money that was removed from subsidy, we're not seeing any positive effect of that money. They're not putting it in a good use. All they're doing is commissioning unnecessary project that doesn't even make any sense, wouldn't add any value in the society. I've said it time without number. This Calabar Coastal Road that they are building now, that cost Nigerians over 16 trillion naira, doesn't make any sense. It's a useless project that doesn't add any value in the society. So why not use that 16 trillion naira, share it to all the 36 states in Nigeria, let them build, affordable homes for civil servants? It's as simple as ABCD. These things can be done when we love ourselves, when we cherish ourselves, when we think positive about ourselves, when we have ourselves at heart. Why is it that we keep, our leaders keep making it difficult for us to understand that there will be better tomorrow in Africa? We don't have any hope anymore. Sincerely speaking, I'm not going to lie to you. You can imagine in Cameroon, an almost 100 years old man is still trying to be re-elected back to the government. And I can tell you for free, there is youth in Cameroon, and they're not doing anything. I'm not seeing any protest in Cameroon. It seems like they are happy to see almost 100 years old man to come and become their president again after over 5 decades that this man has been in power, attracting no positive change. There's nothing this man have ever done in Cameroon. I mean, somebody not even stand on his feet alone, positively 1 or 30 minutes without holding something. Is that the person that you want to become your president for life? You can imagine somebody like that. How can he be thinking? Does that man know anything about technology? We are living in a technology age. Why are we talking about Cameroon? Let's talk about, Uganda. Museveni is about 80-something years. Does 80-something years old man know anything about technology? The answer is no. He does not know anything about technology. It is not funny. I don't know how you guys are finding it funny, but for me, I'm not finding it funny. I'm devastated, for crying out loud. It is not funny. And everybody is quiet. It seems like nothing is happening. Everybody is quiet. It seems like nothing is happening. It seems like everybody is scared. Bro, we will talk. I mean, I've told you guys, this is the positive effect of social media. We cannot be carrying placard, standing on the street, protesting. At the end of the day, endanger your life. I understand that at the end of the day, everybody will die. But yes, this with our social media platforms, we can be doing things like this, lending our voices, because our voices need to be lended right now. Our voice need to be heard right now. Lending our voices. That's why I'm giving kudos to one of my brother in Nigeria, Randy Peters. Randy Peters is doing amazingly well. And as well, Tunde North is also doing well because he's using his platform to lend his voice. And at the end of the day, these people think that we are clowns, that we don't know what we are doing, because we are not taking it serious. It's not just all about sending carrying placard. First of all, use your social media platform. Social media platform is not just all about showing your wealth, what you've got, the kind of car you're driving, the kind of expensive luxury clothes you are wearing, the kind of houses you are building, the kind of boobs you have or the ass you have. That is not the positive effect of social media. Social media platform is for things like this in Africa. Our Africa needs revolution now. Our continent needs revolution now or never. If you failed this time around, sincerely speaking, I can tell you for free, we have failed our children, we have failed our unborn children, we have failed our generations to come. That is why it's very important that we lend our voice now. Look at Ibrahim Traore. His generations will be super proud of him. What Ibrahim Traore is doing in Burkina Faso, I will keep giving remarks of him because I consider him as a hero. I consider him as a true Pan-Africanist. Pan-Africanists are not those ones in AU, in African Union Conference. Those are not Pan-Africanists. Those are selfish puppets to the West. Puppets. Those are the people that are there for their selfish interests and their reasons. Those are the people that are there to enrich themselves and their family members. Because at the end of the day, you check around, you get to understand that none of their children are living in Africa. They run to America, they run to UK. Some of them run to Europe because they have houses in those places. What they come here to do is to play politics with our lives, with our destinies. And I keep wondering why our youth keep praising these people, keep giving accolades, keep singing praises to them, making them feel like they are doing too much or they are doing enough, without knowing fully well that these people are the ones holding your destiny ransom. If Nigeria was a better place, if Nigeria was a conducive country, do you think I would be living in another man's country for 15 years? I would not. I would not. Before I would take my children back to Nigeria, it will cost me over 5 million naira to buy ticket, everything round trip. It will cost me over 5 million naira. Do you think I'm happy? Do you think I'm happy? I'm not happy. Because the system failed me, the system failed me woefully. If you're looking for a victim of Nigerian bad governance, I'm a victim. I'm absolutely a victim. And you are also a victim. Because if you're not a victim, you yourself will not be living outside Nigeria for a long time. We'll be living in Nigeria, do our business in Nigeria, do whatever we're doing in Nigeria, and live in Nigeria comfortably without fear of Fulani headsmen, or without fear of increment in essential commodities, or without fear of attack or kidnapping. But we left our countries because we're looking for a conducive environment where we can be able to raise our children and live comfortably without, endangering our lives. Because living in Nigeria alone is also a danger. It's dangerous. That's why I keep telling our youth, if you are a Nigerian youth and you are living in Nigeria, you don't have any reasonable thing that you are doing. You don't have any reasonable job that you're doing. You don't have any reasonable business that you are doing. Then your plan B option should be to leave that country. Even if it is Toronto, Cotonou, is better. Until the day you travel out of Nigeria and travel to Cotonou, live there for 1 week, you get to understand that you have been held hostage for a long time. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Do you know how many millions of graduates Nigeria produces every year? We produce graduates like as if we are producing, but at the end of the day, you are producing this graduate. There is no job opportunity that is made available for them. Meanwhile, we have the resources that should be creating job opportunities for them. Civil servant, their salary is next to nothing. Look at this morning. I was watching this. One soldier was complaining. I think he's in Sambisa Forest. Was complaining of poor, they're not taking good care of them, and their salary is very, very poor. You say, how can a president be paying them 100,000 naira? Meanwhile, people that just went and played ball, you gave them 160 million naira. I mean, if you look around, you understand that the young man is making sense. He's making a lot of sense. Our civil servant, their salary is next to nothing. You can imagine in 21st century, 2025, people are still protesting for 70,000 naira minimum wage. 70,000 naira minimum wage. Now, let me ask you a question as a civil servant in Nigeria that is watching me. What can 70,000 naira do for you in a month? Even if you are single. I mean, even if you are single, you don't have any family. What can 70,000 naira do for you? 70,000 naira, mind you, 70,000 naira is less than $50. Is less than $50. What can 70,000 naira do for a civil servant in Nigeria? Is it for transportation, or is it for feeding breakfast in the morning at the office? What can 70,000 naira do for you as a civil servant in Nigeria? So these are the things that we are worried about. It's not just all about talking about insecurity. I said it yesterday. It's not about saying insecurity is everywhere. Nigeria, insecurity. These people, if they tell you that they don't know the cause of insecurity, they are lying to you. They know very, very well the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. First of all, the cause of insecurity is lack of job opportunity. Unemployment, that is the very first cause of insecurity. If you want to tackle insecurity, first thing you do is to create job opportunity for the youth. Make sure that everybody, or if you cannot, not just only creating job opportunity, once you're creating job opportunity as well, build skill acquisition centers where our young people can easily go and learn skills. These are the easiest way to tackle insecurity. It's not just all about shouting insecurity. Nigeria is not a safe place, this and that, killing them. No, it's not. Stop killing them. These guys that you are seeing that is carrying gun, some of them are not happy that they are carrying gun. Some of them want to be employed. Some of them want to be, want to be employed. They want to engage with one or two skills or one or two jobs. Create job opportunity for them so that they can be able to be engaged in one or two businesses or jobs. Insecurity will automatically reduce. Stop open grazing. I don't know. I'm not a politician, but sincerely speaking, these people knows what they are doing. If anybody tells you that these politicians do not know what they are doing in Nigeria, they are lying to you. They know exactly what they are doing, and what they are doing is that they are putting politics in everything. They're using the life of the citizens to play politics. That's why you can imagine over 200 people were killed in Yewata in Benue State last month. And 14 hours later, there was no press statement from the government. It means that the life of the citizen doesn't matter to them. It's nothing to them. I mean, 200 of your citizens were killed in cold blood. People that went to bed in their communities that were supposed to be secured. They did not wake up anymore. Some of them were burnt alive. And 48 hours later, there was no press statement from the government, from the state government, from the federal government, from the military, from the police. Until when Very Dark Man went there and made a video and posted it on his platform, that is when they started coming up to make a statement and started doing like as if the more you look, the less you see. The same Yewata, the same Benue State, after a few days later, the same thing reoccurred again. And you are telling me that these people do not know the tactics or the strategies to curb this kind of menace and the heinous crimes. They knows very well. But they don't want to do it because they subjected the people into abject poverty for their own, benefit and for their own selfish reason. The reason why they subject people into abject poverty so that they can be able to play, smooth politics. The same thing happened in the northern part of Nigeria. The politicians will. The other day, oh my goodness. The other day, I saw a politician, I think a governor, that arranged mass wedding. I mean, mass wedding. Over 1,000 people were wedded. I think sometime last year or last 2 years, over 1,000 people were wedded, mass wedding, organized by the state government, and they encourage them to have children. Do you know why they arrange mass wedding? So that they can be able to have more children. The more they are having more children, the more they are growing in poverty. The more they are subjected into abject poverty, and the more they are having children as well, the population will be increasing. so that they can have more votes from the north. So because if not that, if it is not this particular reason, why not use that money that you used to organize mass wedding in the north and build skill acquisition center so that these guys can be able to be engaged in one or two skills? You can imagine in Nigeria, every single thing is imported. Toothpick is imported, tomato paste is imported, toothpaste is imported, everything is imported. We're not manufacturing anything. The company that we have already, Unilever and all the rest, are leaving Nigeria and going to other neighboring countries because of what? There's no constant electricity. Entrepreneurs are leaving Nigeria. Entrepreneurs are leaving Nigeria. And we think that it is normal. It is not normal, for crying out loud. For goodness sake, it is not normal. It is an error. It is a very big error having government that should be caring for the people, and government is subjecting the people into abject poverty and unwanted killing every day. Every day you wake up in Nigerian media, the social media space, you will get to hear, and this one died yesterday, the other one kidnapped yesterday. That's the only thing you see in the social media space. Or this one died of heart attack or kidney problem. This kidney problem, I've said it time without number. The cause of kidney problems in Nigeria, because most of the things that we consume in Nigeria is imported, adulterated foods that they are importing for us. Even the drinks. I mean, for goodness sake, these people knows the problem, where the problem is coming from. Because why? You know why they don't care? Because their family members are not living in Nigeria. They're all living outside Nigeria. They have better lives and luxury life outside Nigeria. They're living in villas in America and in UK. They're having the best of their lives. So they don't care about you, what you are going through. They don't care about what you consume. So why not build companies? I mean, federal government, I know that is not the goal to build and establish essential commodity companies, right? Manufacturing companies. But why not take it upon yourself, just like what Ibrahim Traore is doing in Burkina Faso? Ibrahim Traore knows that it's not his duty to do that, but he's doing it. He's building factories in Burkina Faso. The same man they labeled a dictator. This same man that every African leader deserted from, apart from John Mahama of Ghana. Every other African leader deserted from him because they labeled him a dictator. Because he's opening the eyes of African youth, making us to understand that you guys have been using us for a long time, making us to understand that we are still under colonialism, we are still being colonized by the Western powers. Because how can we not be colonized when before you make a decision, you will have to go to the West to take a permission before you make a decision in Africa? Any African leader that comes up to think of betterment of Africa, you'll be labeled a dictator. The same thing they did to Gaddafi. I've said it time without number. The same thing they did to Gaddafi, Idi Amin, Thomas Sankara, Amilcar Cabral. They labeled them a dictator and assassinated them, and nothing happened. The same thing they wanted to do to Ibrahim Traore, and African leaders are mute. They act like as if it's nothing. To the extent that Ouattara of Ivory Coast is urging France to invade Burkina Faso. Sincerely speaking, it's getting too much. We need a conducive environment in Africa. We need Africa that we can be proud of. We don't want to still keep living in the back of the world. We don't want in a situation where every time you carry files, go to the embassy to look for visa so that you can go to another country to look for greener pasture. Create enabling environment for Africans, for crying out loud. Before God punish you people, create an enabling environment for crying out loud. Create enabling environment. Create job opportunities. Give us constant electricity, good pipe-borne water. Give us security, secure lives and properties before God. I mean, for crying out loud. That is all we're asking for. We're not asking too much, because your children are all enjoying this thing in another city and another people's country where the system is working. But you abandon your own here because of your selfish interests and selfish reasons. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. We can't continue like this. Thank you very much, guys. I think I'm ending it here for now. I'm ending it here for now. Oh, I'm pissed off already. Sincerely speaking, I'm pissed off. Every time I keep shouting. It seems like somebody is just something somebody want to like to do it. I don't like coming here to shout on top of my voice because my throat is already cracked. But I'm shouting because I'm a passionate African. I love this continent beyond words. I want Africa to progress. I want us to stop. When people travel, we got visa to travel to Europe or America, they will be celebrating, like acting as if like I mean, for crying out loud, we need an enabling environment. For crying out loud, we need to get out all these old people in power, bring in intelligent people that will carry on the affairs of Africa. Look at somebody like Diomaye Faye of Senegal and Ousmane Sonko, vibrant leaders that are doing wonders in Senegal. Look at somebody like Ibrahim Traore. Look at somebody like Goita of Mali. Look at somebody like, I mean, intelligent to you that should be able to carry on the affairs of Africa, knowing fully well that we are in technology age. That Africa, what we need now is technology. Transportation is becoming difficult in some part of Africa. Meanwhile, it is not supposed to be like that. There are electric buses everywhere. Why not purchase these electric buses and install on the road so that we can have means of transportation and make it easier for people? I mean, for crying out loud, I'm done. Sincerely speaking, sometimes when I talk about Africa like this, it gets me super upset. It gets me super upset, honestly. I've said it time without number. This is my continent. I'm not going anywhere. If you see me in Europe, know fully well that I'm there for a business or I'm there just for holiday and come back to my continent. If you see me in America, know fully well that I'm there for holiday or I'm there for temporary or for business and come back to my continent. Africa belongs to us, and nobody else will fix Africa than Africans. If you are waiting for Europeans or Westerners to come down to Africa to fix Africa for you, you are wasting your precious time. Because these people enjoy see you, suffering. They enjoy to see you suffering. They enjoy to see Africans in poverty. That is the reason why they will pack all their second-hand cloth or the cloth that they are no longer using anymore. The electrical appliances they are no longer using anymore. The sofa set they are no longer using anymore that should go to dustbin. They will pack it in the container and send to Africa because they consider Africa as dustbin. And you'll be jumping up, you'll be celebrating. Things that they know very well that they cannot make use of it. They will pack them and dump it here in Africa because they see you as you are living at the back of the world. They see you as nobody. This is one of the reasons why I always love President Yahya Jammeh. I love Obasanjo's regime. Obasanjo stopped, closed down every second-hand thing that should not enter Nigeria. Nigeria is not a dustbin. The same thing with Jammeh. Jammeh did it of Gambia. But this puppet that we have now, they are puppets that serve their colonial masters. They allow all these things to come in just to ridicule Africans. But note this and put it as a back of your mind that Africans are super hardworking people. We are hardworking people. We are not what our leaders are portraying us for. We are not. We are hardworking people. We are not living by paycheck. We work so hard. We buy car with our own money. We build our houses with our own money. We don't wait for government to do it for us. We don't ask government to give us loan. We do everything that we do in Africa with our own hard-earned money. That is why we are super proud of ourselves. In the West, most of the houses they own there is by mortgage. You can't own a house on your own alone without paying by mortgage. You pay monthly, you pay after when you earn your salary money will be deducted. They buy car by mortgage, but in Africa, we buy car outright. We buy houses outright. So why is it that our leaders are portraying us like as if we are still living at the back of the world? We have super intelligent Africans. Most of the best doctors you can find in America today are Africans. Most of the best doctors you can find today in UK, they are Africans. Most of the best doctors you can find in Europe today, they are Africans. Why are we still being portrayed like as if we are the poorest or the poorest continent on earth? Meanwhile, we have everything that we need to build Africa, to make Africa the super richest country on earth. What kind of mineral resources are you looking for in this world that Africa does not have? Uranium, we have it, but we do not have, we don't have, mesosite. We don't have, we don't have mesosite. What about if there's a third world war today? We have nowhere to run to. They're taking our uranium to another country, establishing themselves. We have everything, but we do not have refineries. We do have everything that you can think. We have crude oil, but we do not have refineries. You can imagine a big country like Nigeria, a country of 250 million in population, that produces how many million barrels of oil every year, every day, every month, but do not have any single refinery. They ship our crude oil outside and refine it and sell it to us back. That is the kind of puppet we have in power, that do not have vision, that do not know anything about leadership. All they know is criminal mindset. All they have is criminal mindset. It is uncalled for. We can't continue like this. Sincerely, I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry, because this thing sometimes I'm sincerely getting upset. I'm getting upset because I'm a victim of bad leadership in Africa. I'm a victim. There's no good road anywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere. I mean, have you traveled down from eastern part of Nigeria, from, let's say, if you're coming from Aba, if you're coming from Abia State, wherever, the places you will find good road in Nigeria, where you're coming from the eastern part of Nigeria, when you cross Aba, there's a good road. Owerri, there's good road. Down to Anambra State, there's good road. You enter Delta State, there's good road. But once you enter Delta State, enter Benin, Edo State, from Edo State to Ondo, from Ondo to Ogun State, from Ogun State to Lagos, the roads are nothing to ride back home. The roads are bad. And you are talking about Calabar Coastal Road. Meanwhile, we already have an access road. Why not use that 16 trillion naira that you're using to build that Calabar Coastal Road, that you are taking loan, and our great grandchildren are going to pay? Why not use that money and establish fix or dualize this, about express road, where you know that is already established already, and you are acting like as if you don't know the cause of the problem that we have in Nigeria. Tinubu is acting like as if you don't know the strategies, what he can do to stop the insecurity in Nigeria and the problem that we have in Nigeria, the unwanted death that we have in Nigeria today. I've said it time without number. What triggered me on this channel is what happened to me last year when I lost my only brother in an accident. The only brother that I have in this life. My only brother. As I am alone. My mother does not have any other son. Only me. The only brother that I have died on accident because of bad road in Ogun State. And you think I'll be happy? It is sad. We Nigerians, we don't deserve the kind of government that we are having. It is not funny. We don't deserve it. And look at small countries in Africa disrespecting Nigeria like as if Nigeria. I mean, you will see poor countries in Africa will be called are poor. That gets to my nerve, for crying out loud. If you know how many million barrels of oil Nigeria produces in a month, you will get to understand that Nigeria is by far richer than Dubai. I mean, United Arab Emirates. Nigeria is by far richer than Dubai. If you understand, I'm just talking about only crude oil. Only crude oil. I'm not talking about gold from Kano. I'm not talking about coal from Enugu. I'm not talking about sodium chloride. I'm not talking about uranium. I'm not talking about other resources that we have. I'm only talking about crude oil. If you know how many million barrels of oil Nigeria produces in a month, you get to understand where my pain is coming from. Why are we still subjected into abject poverty? Why? It's a question. A country that owns everything, that has everything. God richly blessed Nigeria. Why are we still being subjected into abject poverty? All they care for is election. Election is around the corner. APC, they've already started a campaign, because of 2027 election. We're still in 2025. We're not even yet in 2026. They've already started campaigning, putting posters. So they care. All they care is to remain in power. They are too power conscious, and the youth are so lousy. They are they're just relaxing, watching these things happening, for crying out loud. You're not a victim today, but mind you, you might be a victim tomorrow. Until Nigeria happens to you, you get to understand. Look at what happened during the ASU strike. A lot of students spend 7 years to read 4 years course, to read 3 years course. They spend 7 years because ASU was on strike for almost 2 years, if not more than 2 years. And you guys think it is normal. That you are not a victim today doesn't mean that you will never be a victim of bad leadership in Nigeria. You fail to speak up when you are supposed to speak up. Mind you, Nigeria belongs to all of us. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. I've said it time without number. Not even Tinubu and his children. Not even Obasanjo and his children. Not even Yaradua. Not even Goodluck Jonathan. Nobody. Not even Wike. Not even Saraki. Not even Amechi. None of them is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. We are all Nigerian. We have equal right in Nigeria. We can't be subjected into abject poverty and you expect people not to talk. When somebody talk, you go and pick him up and lock him up. They lock Fela. How many times did they lock Fela? They locked Fela uncountable times. And at the end of the day, they decided to eliminate him. But the spirit of Fela is still there. His words are still written boldly on the marble. Nigeria belongs to all of us. Africa belongs to all of us. It is our duty to make Africa a conducive, build a conducive environment in Africa where our youth will stop jumping Mediterranean Sea, dying in the Mediterranean Sea, just to cross to Europe to look for greener pasture. And most of these guys jumping to Europe, most of them are being subjected into slavery kind of condition. Some of them are thrown inside farm in Italy, in Malta, in Spain. While some succeeded. This is not the dream of Kwame Nkrumah. This is not the dream of Gaddafi. This is not the dream of Amilcar Cabral. This is not the dream of Lumumba. This is not the dream of Thomas Sankara. This is not the dream of Idi Amin. They label Idi Amin a dictator, label him a tyrant. Idi Amin was never a tyrant. All he was orchestrated lies. I've told you guys time with that number that the media houses in Africa is in shambles, that they are all compromised. That is why I cannot put out important news out there that people need to hear. They will only put out the news that will suit the convenience of their paymasters, of this puppet. That is why I thank God for social media platform. We have social media to debunk lies and stand for the truth and lend our voices. They label Idi Amin as a dictator to the extent they even labeled him a cannibal. That he's a cannibal, that he eats human being. Meanwhile, it was all lies, orchestrated lies, just to tarnish his image, just to ridicule him, because he said no to Western powers. You can't come to my country and dominate my country resources and be giving me peanut as percentage. That was what they were doing in Burkina Faso. They were giving Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso was the fourth largest gold producing country in Africa, but they were only getting 20% of their resources. That is what they wanted to do to Uganda, and Idi Amin said no, and they label him all kind of dictator. They label him all kind of names, and at the end of the day, they succeeded in eliminating him. The same thing in Thomas Sankara. What Thomas Sankara went through. The same thing in Gaddafi. Gaddafi said no. Resources of Libyans belong to Libyans. You can't leave your country and come to my country to claim my resources and be giving me peanuts. I will take full charge of my resources. That is why all their eyes were on Gaddafi. Gaddafi was every time on AU conference, Gaddafi would be shouting, one African continent, one African continent. Gaddafi was, pushing for one borderless Africa where Africans can travel freely without visa. Can you imagine a Nigerian would need a visa to travel to Morocco? A Nigerian would need a visa to travel to South Africa. It is supposed to be like that. Africa were not created like that from the onset. It was this colonial powers, colonial master that came and created these artificial borders to divide us, to discriminate us, that for us to love ourselves. That's one of the reasons why they hated Yahya Jammeh of Gambia. They pushed all by all means, all kind of narrative, label him a dictator. At the end of the day, they succeed in eliminating him, removing him from power, because he did not submit to the Western powers. He did not submit. They label him as a dictator. Saying Jammeh left Gambia today, where is the progress in Gambia? Where are the progress? Have they ever progressed? The answer is no. All they put there is puppet. Want somebody that will bow for them, serve them, worship them. That's what they want. You guys think it's normal. It is not normal. We can't keep sitting on the fence, watching our continent going down day in, day out. Look back. If you are somebody that have inner eyes, you'll get to understand that Africa is not moving forward. Every other continent on this earth is developing. Every other continent on this earth is expanding in technology. Ask me, what have we achieved in 2025, 21st century? What are the progress that we have in Africa? None. We're still lacking behind. And people think it's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. So lend your voice, use your platforms to lend your voice. It's not just about you don't need millions of people to start. You can start with 2 people. I know how I started with this channel. I started with 2 people, 3 people. Go to my, though I deleted some of my live streams, but go and see how I started. Little by little, use your platform right. It's not all about women. It's not all about showing your boobs and your ass, showing how beautiful you are. No, it's not all about men. It's not all about showing the kind of phone you are using, the kind of house you are living in. It's not all about showing the kind of car you are driving. It's about using the platform in the right way, using it to lend your voice. Our voices are needed now. We must salvage this continent. We need a better society where our children can be proud. Sincerely speaking, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm very happy that we spent a little bit time here. I have things to do this morning. I'm happy. Please, if you're joining me for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Put on your notification bell as well. Share the live stream. Please do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. Please comment where you're watching from. And don't forget this. The super chat is active. Thank you, Mama T, for the gift. The super chat is active. The gift, the super sticker as well. You can gift whatever that comes to your mind. I've told you guys the reason why I decided to monetize the channel is not for selfish interest or my own personal interest. No, I monetize this channel for a reason. The reason why I monetize this channel, I said it time without number here on my live stream. I have a project that is coming up on January 2026, and that project is all about when going around sensitizing our people about how to return back home, because a lot of people have left their country for decades, and it is time for us to tell them the importance of reconnecting back to their root and reconnecting with their family members back home, most especially Nigerians and other African countries, helping them to buy tickets for them, support them to reunite back with their family members. And we'll be showing the documentary here on my channel, and as well we'll be going on live stream when it is needed. So even if it is 2 people or 3 people that I'm able to succeed in doing this in 2026, I will feel fulfilled. I will feel relieved, because that's been a dream and a passion that I've been having for a long time. So if you're an African that you have been living outside Africa for a long time, outside your country for a long time, and within African countries, it is important that you start thinking of how to reconnect back with your family members back home. I've told you guys, our people in diaspora, our people in America, our people in UK, always remember that you were an African before you become anything else. Very, very important. You were an African before you become anything else. So find the need to reconnect back to your roots. Thank you very much, guys. I'm very, very happy that we spent time together here. It is not easy. I really appreciate you guys. God bless you guys. Please do not forget to share my live stream, and as well comment where you are free to ask questions in the comment section, and put in your opinion in the comment section. Do not forget. Thank you very much, guys, and God bless you. See you guys in the next one. And don't forget, a video is dropping this night. Don't forget to join me there. God bless you. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Bye. Mama T. Mama T. Mama T.